Hey guys, welcome to Tabletop Baseball Plus. Very excited today to bring you game number 24 of the Ron Guidry replay from 1978. He's at 14-6 at this point, so not really on pace. He is about 2 games in the win column, about 4 games in the loss column off his real pace. Playing the Brewers today. And actually, what happened in this game is the Yankees win at 9-0. And at Guidry, it's a complete game shutout, 9 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. So complete domination by Guidry in this game. In real life, let's see if he can do it here in this replay. Jerry Augustine for the Brewers, 2 lefties on the mound. And let's get things going here. Paul Molitor leading off for the Brewers. It's a 2-4, a 16, and then a 2-3 is a 1, so 17. Column 2 is going to be a strikeout. One away, Don Money. 3-1 is a 31, and a 3-4, 32. Column 3 is a line out to right field. Salbando, 4-4, 16, and then a 4-5 is the shortstop. Dent, that's going to make it an 18 in column 4. And it'll be a grounder out at first. 6-3 grounder. No problem in the first for Guidry. Mickey Rivers for the Yankees leads off. 5-5 is a 15. And then a 5-1. And he is a lefty, so we'll be up here. It is going to be a 16 in column 5, and that's going to be an infield single. Check M of the action chart. And we have a 9. And wild pitch possibility. Blue die's higher than the wild pitch rating. It is a wild pitch. It's a 4. Augustine is a 4, so no wild pitch. It's not higher. So just a single. Willie Randolph, 3-2 is a 29 and a 3-2. He's a righty though, so we'll come down here. And it's going to make it a 31 in column 3. 31 in column 3 is a line out to left. Thurman Munson, a 1-3 is a 2. And a 1-1 is a 5, so a 7. Be a pop out to second. So Lou Piniella 2 away, Rivers at first, and it's a 6-1, is a 31, and a 6-6 is a 4, so 35 in column 6 is a fly out to left. Leadoff singles wasted by Mickey Rivers. Larry Heisel, 4-6. 4-6 is a 1, and a 4-2 is going to be a ground out to second. 1 away. Sixto Lescano, 4-3 is a 2, and a 4-5. Oh my goodness, we got the cards messed up. 4-5 is ground ball to short. Dick Davis, 3-2. 29, 3-5. It's going to be a 30 column 3 as a line out to left. Bottom of the second, Chris Chambliss. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. 5-5 is a 15, and then a 5-4 is a 2. So 17 in column 5. Infield single. Again, the Yankees start off with an infield single. Check M of the action chart. It's a 4. Pass ball. If blue die is higher than the catcher's pass ball rating, it's a 3. Charlie Moore is a 5. So it's not higher. No pass ball. Nettles, 6'2". 6'2" is a 9. And then a 6'1" versus a lefty's a 1. That's a 10. That's a single to center. So Chambliss. Let's see about the runner. Runner on second. No. Runner's advanced one base. Okay. First and second, nobody out. Roy White, switch hitter. 5'3". 5'3" is a 5, and then a 5'3" versus a righty is a 3. So an 8 in column 5, and that's a walk. Not what you want to do here. Bases loaded with the catcher Mike Heath at the plate. He gets a 2-1. 2-1's a 30, and then a 2-4. 35 in column 2. And it's a ground out pitcher to first. Runners advance one base. I think they'll be playing back for a double play, but they didn't get it. I think they would have been playing back this early in the ball game. You don't want to give up a big inning. So it's a 1-3. Runners do advance, scores a run. So second and third with Bucky Dent. 6-1's a 16 and a 6-1. 17 column 6 is a fly to left. Any runner scores from third with less than 2 outs. So it's a sac fly. For Bucky Dent. And Roy White at second with 2 outs. Mickey Rivers, 6'2", is going to be a 59. And a 6'1" is going to be a 60 in column 6. Line single to left. Runners advance one base. With 2 outs, runner on second. With 3, 4, or 5 speed scores, Roy White will score. On the Mickey Rivers single, he's 2 for 2. 3-0 Yankees. Rivers at first. 1-5 is a 5, and then a 1-5 is a 5 off Augustine's card. So that'll be a 10 in column 1, and that is a pop out to first. 3 runs for the Yankees in the second. Top of the third, 3-0 Yankees. Robin Yount, 6'4", is a 60. And a 6'1" is going to be a 61 in column 6. And that's a double to the corner. So lead off double for Robin Yount. Brings up Gorman Thomas. Strikeout or home run. 3-6 is a 42. And that's going to be a single because this is the lefty-righty split. He's a righty. Guidry's a lefty. So that will be a single to left. Runners advance 2 bases. So that scores Robin Yount. And Gorman Thomas at first now. Nobody out. Charlie Moore, 2-6, is a 2, a raised number of 2. A 34, it's going to stay a 2. We'll stay at 2, and we have the right fielder. So the right fielder is Piniella. He is a 3 in the range. He'll get there and make the catch. And runner will hold. So Gorman Thomas at first with 1 out. Paul Molitor, 5-6 is a 1. And then a 5-2 is a 1. So 2 in column 5. Grounder to first. Infield's going to be halfway. Looking for the double play. Now first, yeah, halfway. So out at second, other runners advance. There aren't any other runners, so it's going to be a fielder's choice. It was a grounder to it was a grounder to first, right? Now I can't remember. 5-2 or 5-6 is a 1, and then a 5-2 is a 1, so a 2 is a grounder to first. So it's a 3-6 fielder's choice. So 2 outs, Don Money. 5-1 is a 4, and then a 5-4, 3, or is a 2. So that makes it a 6 in column 5, and that's a walk. Actually, it's 2 balls in the batter. Runner on first. So there's a runner on first. There's only 2 balls in the batter. It's not a walk. 5-4 is a 45 and a 5-4. 47 in column 5. It'll be a fly ball to center. That'll retire the side. The Brewers do pick up a run, 3-1. Bottom of the third, Thurman Munson 3-4, a 30, and then a 3-3 is a 1. So 31 in column 3 is a line drive to left. 1 away, Lou Piniella. 6-3 is a 31, and a 6-4 is a 3. So 34 in column 6 is a fly out to center. Chris Chambliss, 5-6 is a 2, and then a 5-6 versus a lefty is a 4. So 6 in column 5 is going to be a walk. Two-out walk to Chambliss brings up Nettles. 5-4 is a 45. And then a 5-5 versus a lefty is a 4. So 49 in column 5, and that's a fly out to center. Top of the 4th, Sal Bando. 1-1 is a 10. And a 1-3 is a 1, so an 11 is a single up the middle for Sal Bando. Larry Heisel. 2-1 is a 39, and a 2-3 is a 1, so 40 column 2. Be a ground out short to short. Runners will advance though. Sixto Lescano. 5-1 is a 5, 5-2 is a 1, so 6 in column 5. That's a walk. Runner's on second. So no 2 balls on the batter is what it would have been if he was on first. But Dick Davis, 2-4 is a 16, and then a 2-1 is a 1. 17 in column 2 is a fly out to center. Fly out to center with men on base. So with a runner on third, there's not. Okay, so first and second, 2 outs. Robin Yount doubled his first time up. A 1-6 is a 45. And then a 1-4, so 46 is a 1. So 46 in column 1 is a strikeout. With second base and shortstop playing halfway as a ground ball to the pitcher, there's 2 outs, they're going to be playing back, so it's a strikeout. So bottom of the 4th, still 3-1 Yankees. Roy White, 5-2 is a 45. And then a 5-4 versus a righty. 5-4 is a 3, so 48, column 5, fly to center. Mike Heath, 5-6, 45. We got that quite a few times here. 5-4 is a, so 48 to fly to center. Lucky Dent, 2-2 is a 16, and then a 2-4 versus righties of 5, so 21 in column 2, fly to left. So 3 fly ball outs in the bottom of the 4th for the Yankees. Gorman Thomas to lead off here in the top of the 5th. 5-2 is a 1. And then a 5-5 is a 3. So 4 in column 5, and it's ground out to short. Thank goodness. You got to stay away from that column 5. Eat you up with walks if you're not careful. 1-5 is a 5. And a 1-6 is a 1, so a 6 is a strikeout. In column 1. Paul Molitor, 2 away. 5-5, 15. And then a 5-4, 17 in column 5. And that's an infield single. .301 batting average for Paul Molitor. We'll check in with the action chart. We get a 7. Possible wild pitch. Again, blue dot needs to be higher than the pitcher's wild pitch rating. Guidry's a 2. And it is a 2. It's not higher, so no wild pitch. I think on that wild pitch earlier, I looked at the 4 of a hold for Augustine. I think, if I'm not mistaken. So no wild pitch, 2 outs. Don Money, 6-2. Yikes is a 9. And a 6-2 is a 1. So that's a 10 in column 6. And that's going to be a single. Runners advance 2 bases with 2 outs. First and third, 2 outs. Sal Bando, 1 for 2 with a single. 5-1 is a 4. And then a 5-4 is a 2. So a 6 in column 5 is a walk. And now we have bases loaded with 2 outs in the number 4 hole. DH Larry Heisel. 2-5 is a 16 and a 2-5. 17 total, column 2. Struck him out. Actually, it's a fly out to center with runners on base. With a runner on third base, less than 2 outs. Roll 1 die. No, there's not. Just a fly out to center. So, disaster averted. Guidry gets out of that. Bottom of the 5th, Mickey Rivers, 4-5 is a 17. And then a 4-6 versus a lefty is a 4, so 21 in column 4. Single off fielder's glove. but he could still make the play, looks like, for a 20 or 21. Use the first base umpire chart. And it's a 4. We're on a 21. We're on a 21. So he is safe. So it's still a bang-bang play, but he calls him safe. And I think I'm going to have Mickey Rivers steal here. Let's see, Augustine, or try to steal anyway. He's a 4 on the hold. And Charlie Moore is a 4 as far as his defense. So that's a 46. So I take that back. He's not going to steal because I've been using the symbols. So if you're going to use the symbols, you need to use those. If you're going to call your own, then don't use the symbols. One or the other. Shouldn't really do both. So he is not going to steal at this point. We could do a hit and run with Billy Randolph, but yeah, I think we're going to. We're going to do a hit and run with Willie Randolph, and so we get a 5. Look at the hit and run here. There's a 3, and then the white die is a 4, so a 19, so 22 for Willie Randolph. Hit and run. 22 is a grounder to second. Check blue die against fielder's defense. Die's higher, runner's forced out at second. Grounder is second. Molitor's defense is a 3. It's a 2. If it's not higher, batter's out at first, runner's advance. If it's not higher. So went Rivers at second with Thurman Munson. The batter 6'1" is a 16. And a 6'5" is a 4, so 20 in column 6 is a fly to right. And runner second tags up, moves to third. 2 outs. Rivers at third, Piniella 2-6. 2-6 is a 3. Let's see if that changes. A 26, and it's going to drop to a 2. And what do we have here? Left fielder. Davis is going to make the play. He's a 3. So Yankees cannot score. Top of the 6th, Sixto Lizcano. A 1-6 is a 45 and a 1-5. So a 46, column 1 is a strikeout. Dick Davis, 6'6". That was a 9. Right-handed batter, 23. It's going to drop to a 6. And that's good. So a 6-4 is a 2. So an 8 in column 6 is a fly to left. Single to left. So 1 out, 1 on, Robin Yount. 4-6 is an 11. And our 4-1 is first base. That's Chambliss, so 2-13 in column 4 with the infield halfway. 13 column 4. It's a possible error rating or possible error. Roll against the fielder. He is a 62. It is a 12. So no error. And it's a force at second. So fielder's choice, Gorman Thomas. 1-4 is a 2, and then a 1-1 is going to be a strikeout. Gorman Thomas, bottom of the 6th. Augustine hanging in there, 3-1. Yankees, 6-1 is a 16. 6-2 versus a lefties, a 1, so 17, column 6, the fly to left. Another left-hander, Greg Nettles. 2-6. 2-6 is a 2. Hit the left field. And a 41, column 2, 41 is going to be a 2 still. Hit the left. Davis will get there. He's a 3. Roy White, 6-2 is an 8. And he's going to be batting right. 6-5 is a 4. This could be interesting. It's a 12. Column 6 is a home run as long as we don't roll a 1. It is a home run for Roy White. Solo job. It's 4-1. Now Yankees. Mike Heath, a 6-4 is a 26. That's weird. And then a 6-1 is a 1. So 27. Single to center field for Mike Heath. 2-out single, Bucky Dent. 4-3 is a 1. And a 4-1. It's going to be a ground out to first. Yankees pick up a run on a home run by Roy White. Charlie Moore, top of the 7th. 5-5 is a 15, and a 5-6 is a 4, so a 19 in column 5. That's an infield single. For Charlie Moore. Brings up Paul Molitor. 3-4 is a 19, and a 3-5. 20, column 3, fly out to right. Don Money, 4-2 is a 2, and then a 4-5. Shortstop. So it's a 4 in column 4 with the infield halfway. That's going to be a double play. 4-6-3. Or was it 6-4-3? 4-2, no, 4-6-3. Or 4-5, excuse me. It was a 6-4-3. It was a 6-4-3 if we're going to get picky. And I got to... Alright, it was a 6-4-3. Let's make it right. Don Money hits into the inning-ending double play. And the Brewers are going to go to the bullpen timeout. Randy Stein, or Steen, I think it's Stein, comes on in. Right-hander. 3-6 for Mickey Rivers, top of the order. Is a 47, and a 3-1 is a 2, 49. Column 3 of 49. 47, 48, 49, column 3. That will be a single. Because Mickey Rivers is left-handed. And Randy Stein is a right-hander. So single. Willie Randolph, 6-1's a 16. 6-5 is a 3. So 19 in column 6 is a fly to right. Thurman Munson, and a 1-1 is a 10. And then a 1-5 is a 3. So 13, column 1 is a single up the middle. Runners advance 1 base. Runners with 4 or 5 speed advance 2 bases. That is Mickey Rivers. He is a 5. He goes to third. First and third, 1 out. Lou Piniella. 2-4 is an 11. 2-2 is a 2. So 13, column 2 is a single. But the pitcher has a W, okay? Pitcher has a W beside his column 2 grade. But base is empty. Okay, it's not base is empty, so it is a single to left. Runners advance 1 base. Scores Rivers. First and second. 1 out, Chris Chambliss. 6-4 is a 51, and then a 6-2 is a 1. So 52, column 6. There's a line hit to right. Runners advance 1 base on the single. Chance for extra bases, though. Chance for extra bases. Let's see. Roll 1 die against the outfielder's defensive rating. All right, right field. Right field is Lescano. He's a 4. It's a 1. So I don't think that's going to be an extra base. So bases loaded with Nettles up. Timeout. All right, Bob McClure on for the Brewers. Lefty-lefty matchup. Bases loaded, 1 out. 6-1 is a 59. 6-1 is a 1. So a 60 in column 6 is a single to left. And Piniella is on second. He is a 3. Actually, runners advance 1 base. Unless you, okay, because there's not 2 outs. So RBI single for Nettles. Bases still loaded. Roy White, switch hitter. 1-3 is a 2, and then a 1-3 versus a righty. It's going to be a strikeout. Brings up Mike Heath. 4-1 is a 2. 4-6 is a third base. So 4 total. Column 4. Infield back is going to be a ground out to first. 2 runs for the Yankees. Top of the 8th inning, Sal Bando, 4-1 is a 5. And then a 4-2 is second base. That'll be a ground out to second. Larry Heisel, 3-1 is a 4. 3-5 is a 1. So 5 in column 3 is a fly to left. Sixto Lescano, 1-4 is a 1, and a 1-1 is going to be a strikeout. Bottom of the 8th inning, McClure will come back out. 3-2 is an 11. 3-4 is a 1, so a 12 in column 3. Line out to first. Mickey Rivers, 4-2. 4-2 is a 5. And then a 4-1 is first base. So a grounder to first. 2 away, Willie Randolph, or Randolph, however you want to say it. 2-6 is a 3 so far, and then a 64, column 2, 64. It's going to make it a 5. It's going to make it a 5, and then left or right field, Lescano is not going to get there. He's a 4. So it drops in for a single for Willie Randolph. Thurman Munson. 6-3 is a 16. And then a 6-6, 5, so 21, column 6, fly to center. 9th inning, Dick Davis leading off. 5-6 is a 1. And then a 5-3 is a 2. So 3 in column 5 is a ground out to second. Robin Yount, 6-5, 31, 6-3 is a 1, 32, column 6, pop out to third, 6-3, it's actually a strikeout. Gorman Thomas, 6-6, get away from this 5 and 6 columns, 6-6 is 11, 6-3 is a 1, that's a 12. Possible home run as long as we don't roll a 1. If we roll a 1, it's a single. 2, close, but it's a home run for Gorman Thomas. So now Guidry will have to go to his B grades, I believe. 6-2 is an 8. 11. In column 6 is a single to right. Yep, single to right. Actually, if we roll a 6, it's a home run. No, single. So 2 outs, back to the top of the order, Paul Molitor. 6-2 now. 4-5. 4-5 is a 2. And then a 4 is an F. I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean F? Okay, so I'm still not sure, but I think it's going to mean fielder, and the blue die is a 3, which corresponds to third base. If you look at the top of column 4 on the chart. So it is a 4-5. 4-5 is a 2. And then a 4-3, which column 4 on Guidry, B grades, fielder, third base. It's going to be a ground out to third. No matter what, I mean, well, not no matter what, but if that's the case, if that's what it is. I'll do some more digging later, but that is going to end the ball game. They get 1 in the 9th off a Gorman Thomas solo home run. 6-2 final. Yankees win, and hits. Let's see, Guidry goes 9. It's a W. How many hits did he give up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. Runs was 2. Earned runs, 2. Walks. Walks he had 1, 2, 2 walks. Strikeouts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts. Did give up a home run. So not quite as dominating as the real game, but it's still a win. He does go the complete game. 8 hits here, 3 in the real, 2 runs, no runs, 2 walks, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, 9. Did give up a home run, no home runs in the actual game. And he improves his record to 15-6 in the replay. As you can see here, he went to 16-2 in reality. So that is going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys for joining me, as always. It's Tabletop Earl for Tabletop Baseball Plus. And until next time, you guys have a great evening. Take care, and God bless.